Hey, so is your PTO or PTA looking to infuse a little fun in the winter months with some new family fun events? I have 6 events that I think your school community is really going to love. Now, some of these you might already be doing. Hopefully, some are new ideas for you that you can incorporate either this year or in the years to come. The very first idea is to have a dinner and a movie night. So this is where you can either order in dinner, like get it catered, partner with a local restaurant to bring in a scrumptious dinner, or maybe it's just a little more casual where you're ordering in pizza. It doesn't really matter. The whole idea of the family fun events is to provide something for families to do as a group and then all together as a larger school community. So it really doesn't matter what you do as long as you're doing something. As a general rule, when I was family events chair, as well as president and kind of in charge of steering the group in the right direction, I like to have at least one family fun event a month to give families an opportunity to come together, as well as to demonstrate and really show the value of the PTO and that like why people should be supporting your group. Because if you are not giving back to the school community, now some schools call them give backs, where they are totally free events. You just need to be doing something where you're reinvesting in your school community without asking anything more from them other than just showing up. So no matter what you call it, make sure you're doing it on the regular. Some of these family fun events can also be fundraisers. Like it's not a bad idea to combine both things together, especially if it is something like a dinner where you're not going to be able to charge a whole lot more because people won't see the value in coming. So if you just add like $1 to every dinner that you sell, that can quickly add up into a couple $100 for the evening. And so it is a nice way to bring people together, but also have it be affordable for everybody. Now, if you are going to be showing a movie, you want to be doing it the right way. So go ahead and check out my companion blog post about how to run a school family movie night. It is important that you have a license, be in compliance. So you can check out the links to where to get the license, how to do it, all in that blog post. I will drop a link to that blog post in the description below. The next idea for a fabulous winter-timed event is a school carnival. Now, this is one of my very, very favorite types of school events because it is a big to-do. It brings everybody together. It makes for a great weekend event, especially like on a Saturday morning, maybe a Saturday morning through mid-afternoon. Great timing to bring everybody together. You can scale up or down the size of the carnival depending on how much time you have and how many volunteers you have, and of course what your budget is. If you're a brand new PTO, chances are you don't have the funding to make a big event happen. Like you don't have the seed money to make it happen at first, nor will you have the equipment that maybe an older, more established PTO will have. For example, my school had a whole host of carnival games that were ready at their disposal because all of the schools in the district kind of pooled our resources to I don't know how it came up to be, but I imagine that every year one group was building another game. And so it just got added into the inventory. A school dance is another fantastic event to do during the winter. Now, you can make this be a family fun event, or you can just, of course, make this be a kid-only event, depending on the age. Like you for sure, if it is, I'd say middle school or higher, of course, you're not going to want to do a family fun dance because the kids are clearly too cool to hang out with their parents during this time. So you want to give them their own standalone event. But for the grades 5 or 6 and younger, you totally can make it into a special persons dance if you want to be super inclusive and want to shy away from those mother-son, daddy-daughter sort of things. Just broaden it out to a special persons dance. That makes sure everyone has someone special to bring to the event. It could be their neighbor, it could be their nana or papa or cousin or brother or sister that's maybe an adult. Is a super fun event. because I really love any kind of event, and I miss this because my kids are, well, one is in college and one is now in high school. And so we don't have any more family fun events because, again, those kids are way too cool to be hanging out with their parents. So we don't have this. So I look back on these family fun events as some kind of more nostalgic, because I'm like, oh, I remember going to this special person's dance, and my kid came and asked me to dance with them one time and then hung out with their friends for the rest of the time. But for that one song, I had a lot of fun. And so it was fun being there, of course, with my friends who had also been ditched by their kids, because I think our kids were in like 4th or 5th grade about this time. And so it just was a really nice time that I remember fondly. The next super fun winter appropriate or best timed in the winter kind of event is a bingo night. Now, really, you can do this any time of the year, and really you can do any of these at any time of the year, but typically during the winter months when we're kind of more cooped up and kind of going a little stir crazy, good old fashioned bingo night is something to get people out of their houses and into school so that they can use Skittles as markers, because those plastic chips, ew, everyone's touching them, ew, ew, ew. Everybody has their own set of markers that they can either choose to eat or not, and then win some great prizes. Now, for some cool prize ideas, you can get donations from a used bookstore. Half Price Books sometimes gives donations. In fact, we've been really successful with getting donations from them, and books are a great prize. You can also use leftover fundraiser incentives from previous years. Don't do the same prizes you gave as this year, because that will be a disincentive to people who participated this year. But chances are those kids don't remember what tchotchkes they got last year. So feel free to use those up if you have some in a stash. Now, this next idea is really best if it comes before winter break, because I'm going to suggest that you maybe think about having a toy and book swap. This was one of my few moments of genius where I thought, oh, the timing of the start of winter break and Christmas, there's a lot of days in between. And this is when my kids were in like the lower elementary schools, and kind of I could anticipate that they were going to be driving me nuts because they needed something to do. And I have never felt that my job as a mom or even as a PTO leader has been to be like a cruise activities director. So I wanted to kind of build in some fun. And so I suggested to some of the other PTO moms, I'm like, why don't we have a toy and book swap? And so that kids can get new to them things before the holidays to kind of bridge that time. Give them something new, because when things are new and shiny, younger kids get distracted and they will do that instead of bugging mom for the 15th snack of the day, right? So this is a really great activity that can be inclusive if you give, like how we structured it, because we realized that not everybody might have extra things to give. So we worked with the district, or not even the district, the school counselor or the school social worker to we asked like how many families were kind of on that list that she knew of that needed some extra help. And so we gave them wristbands so that they could participate without bringing things to swap. Because for everybody else, it was like a 1-to-1 swap. Like if you brought a book, if you brought 5 things to swap, then you could take 5 things. So it was more even Steven like that. But sometimes people did not even want to take, like they would bring 10 and then walk away with 2. And so there was a fair amount of extra leftover stuff at the end of the event. So we kept some things to use as prizes for other events. And then the vast majority of things just kind of went to the donation bin. So like for an exterior or external philanthropy. The last idea for a family event that is perfect for wintertime, and this one your teachers can truly get involved with. They will so support you if you have a family math night. Now, this can look, I've never run one, but this is my idea. Basically, you get families together to make math fun. So this is one where you actually will just have to plan the event, maybe have some snacks built in, but then work with your school's math department, work with those math teachers to come up with activities for the night. I really think that they will be invested in this one because it does like a couple different things. One, it has the parents demonstrating to their kids the importance of math and learning, which is never a bad thing to model. 2, it gives kids a way to continuing to practice those math skills. And 3, it shows the teachers that the PTO is like supportive of the curriculum agenda or initiatives or objectives. There we go. That's the right word. The objectives for the year. So depending on your grade level, you're going to want to introduce different, or you're going to have different activities available so that the kids can practice those skills. And I'm sure if you just Google Family Math Night, I'm sure someone has put something together or has different ideas that you can kind of adapt and make your own. So there you have 6 different family events that I think are just perfect for the winter season. I so hope that you enjoyed this video and you will join me for the next one. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.